Arr, this is Deckard6, and welcome back to Sea Dog Sultan. I've looked over my previous videos and saw something potentially interesting. What's this? Personal union of monarch death. That's not good. It just popped up. How old's our monarch? 53. This is potentially really bad. But in it, something I noticed last time. Natal is non-tropical. We haven't got Portugal and Spain down in here yet. Grabbing a little bit of the Cape early could be useful for getting westernization. And we need a edge over Spain or over Ming. It's just not happening. Our money bomb hasn't gotten quite big enough to let us hire all the advisors we want. So possibly colonizing into Africa would be a great way to make contact with them and get westernization. Because now that we're done with our high priority targets, we could sort of go for fill-in colonization, and that's going to go a lot quicker. What options do we have here? Do we want that yet, or do we want the... I think we kind of want the technology rather than the idea at the moment. I mean, the cheaper ideas is nice, but we're not actively working to that at the moment. Really hope we get an heir. Even just a 2-year little boy will be fine. Hello, what's this? Have there been African natives rebelling? Where's Malabar? Oh, these guys broke free or got released. Well, I see no reason not to just real quick grab them. Yoink, your land's now ours. Sorry about that, sucks to be you. Hope you enjoyed your freedom. And unfortunately, it looks like they're finally getting Cambodia and Champa nationalists under. Oh, they broke free. Unfortunately, we don't have a connection to core on them, but it's something at least. We'll grab a military advisor. We need one. Let's see. What do we got as far as missions? Not a whole lot that's useful to us at the moment. I think I'm going to start building happiness among the clergy. We're still pretty secular, aren't we? Yeah, we're still super secular. So screw those clergy. Start building temples and constables in the Philippines. Improve our general income that way. Because our actual income hasn't been going up because our expenses have been going up. We've been building new armies. Wow, Ming is doing quite well this game, and that is making me nervous. That is part of the reason I'm considering the westernization as a priority. But the Philippines are even more of a priority. Unless we have the option to colonize. No, we don't have the colonize pose exploit available to us at the moment. It's a really nice way to... how many people do they have there? They have over 600 people, so I'm going to pay the 50 ducats to keep them alive. Not quite worth losing half of the colony progress from already far colony. Cambodia, come on, break free. There we go. Malabar is done. Sue for peace. Annex. What a glorious little war. Do we have all of our claims set up here on Vainajar yet? Nope, not quite yet. So we'll send some more guys here to work. Yeah, Vainajar is boned. Unfortunately, it's our ally that has expanded, and I mean, it's theoretically good that our ally is expanding, but it's sort of expanding the territory we kind of wanted, and it's sort of a mixed bag. They still haven't been PU'd yet, which is good. I'm still hoping we get a heir because we are a Muslim country, so we have a pretty good chance of getting an heir. Our guy is 55. What's our chances of getting an heir? Where do I find that again? Ah, thought it was under legitimacy. Oh well. Well, you've been converting some provinces slowly but surely. Sukhothai, you're next. I'm just going to suppress you since all of our military is in India at the moment. Which is sort of a risky position for it all to be in India. We have new troop types. We have new cavalry, reformed steppe cavalry, and we have new... Oh, I already have that. I want the... I want the cannons. That should be everything. Excellent. And we got the colonized post potentially again as soon as Tungalo is done. I'm going to take the colonized post and I'm going to go grab some Malwa, which will give us the ability to start getting claims on them, on Majfat. And once I have some Malwa started, I'm going to go send a group over to Natal to start, or Natal, however it's pronounced, to start getting a colony over there so we can possibly meet the Westerners and Westernize. So I have two big goals for this play session. We're starting to find out more about the world. The Europeans haven't been making it down this way at all yet. I might be able to get a large chunk. A large chunk of South Africa at this rate. My thoughts keep getting interrupted when events pop up, but I always pick them back up afterwards. Well, usually pick them back up afterwards. Unless they're scattered on the ground like marbles, in which case they can just lie. They're not worth it. Ugh, I dislike this one a lot. We'll lose the prestige because we're going secular anyway. Build a couple more temples. Our income's looking pretty good at the moment, actually. Native uprising, yeah, whatever. Finishing these colonies up is going to start really helping our income now that we're just gobbling up territory. Sure, there's only a little base tax and little trade goods coming in for each one potentially, but we don't need that many more trade good values in here. The base value of the node is already pretty good. We just sort of need to fill it in now. Finished our colony. We're going to use the Pose exploit at the moment. Well, you guys get going to Sumbawa. Got another tech. We can now get our courthouses and stuff. I'm really worried about heirs at this point. Our guy is starting to get a little creaky around the edges. We do have royal marriages around. Oh, you two got out of the Peasants' War. Sad pandas. We used to have royal marriages, all you guys, right? Yeah, we do. We could break the royal ties and get out of this potential succession war, but quite frankly, I'm willing to risk it for the time being. Naval supplies, sure, whatever. We still have colonial enthusiasm going, right? Yeah, we do. Now we're going to have to start colonizing some tropical areas. That's part of the reason I really wanted the colonial enthusiasm. Is the penalties for tropical areas are fairly severe. Notice how we still only have 1% chance despite our percent chance boost. But at least we have some base population growth to help us out. That's the main reason I wanted the colonial enthusiasm, is that base population growth. Come on, just give me an heir. That'll make everything so much simpler. I lost my heir by a random event, and it was not even like the one where I could choose to possibly not lose him by spending the money. It was just flat out, your heir keels over. Build a whole bunch of these constables to raise our production efficiency and raise some additional cash. It's going to be a war between Bengal and Malwa over us. I think we could take either of them if it came down to it, for getting our independence. What's a little revolt risk between friends? And we can also grab our final potential part of our final target in Bayinajar at the moment. Start saving up a bit of a war chest just in case it's needed. I think both of the Bayinajar and Majvahit are going to fall off of our rivals list in the near future anyway. So taking some final time to squeeze some power projection out of them to keep us above 50 is definitely worth it. Because we're just growing so much right now. So another war here to grab some more of South India. Then as soon as we're able to start going for Majfit, we bring one of our armies back. Hey, Psychotai is now converted. I'm not sure. I think I will do this one. We're starting to run out of really good targets for conversion. I'm mainly doing the conversion to keep our religious unity up, because our actual revolt risk and stuff caused by religious unity, our tolerance is fairly good. We're basically going to be at neutral if our legitimacy was all the way up. Is it our low prestige that's potentially allowing them to get a personal union with us? Or is it just damn chance? What's their prestige? 65 and 0, so not just prestige. Still, we could possibly raise our prestige in some wars. Alright. Now we can start raising our trade even more. Securing our control of the Malacca node. It's only at 57%. We want to get it at least 75, I think. Our goal will be closer to 80. You know what, Malwa? Screw you. We're not taking this war. We're not going to aid you in a war against Bengal at the moment. They're a bitch, but they're our bitch. And let's break our royal ties over here. It'll hurt our stability, but we can afford that a bit. Which one is it that's losing? It's the one that's almost done that's going to lose it, so no, we're going to step in. We can now go to war to potentially regain our prestige. We can go to war with Vainajar. Let's make Kongru our best one. Another leader here, I guess you'll do. And we'll murder them all for the prestige. Hunt down every army we can just to farm prestige out of murdering them. That's 5 prestige, 5 prestige. And we need to boost our prestige up. See, now we're no longer at risk of getting a personal union, since we now have the higher prestige. Bam. I'm just going to keep farming prestige out of these guys, because it's what we need right now to ensure that we don't end up with that personal union problem. Smack you all. Smack you down. Alright. Take a second. We are going to Natal next, I believe. Which is a bit of a long trip. We have... I believe we can reach it. We have Mahi. We can. Just barely, but we can. Natal's not particularly valuable in and of itself, but as I said, it's for the contact potential. I don't think we can really afford to lose the legitimacy at the moment. We need the revolt risk down. New settlement, extra base tax in Sumbawa, sure, fine. I'm going to turn the speed down just a little bit during this war. There's a few many things going on. Few too many things going on for me to just be like, oh, I'll just let it roll. You can keep going around to some more of those sieges. You keep hunting down enemy armies. Our prestige needs to keep going up. Get on the darn boats. You've got a long sail ahead of you. All the way to the dark continent. Excellent. Excellent. And we continue our battles here. Our prestige is now doing pretty good. We can raise our stability up again. How is Bengal doing in this war? Looks like they're not just pieced out and safe. Still, they're pretty safe from Vainajar, I think. Vainajar is hosed. If they were to take this, could I give it to them? And not risk putting them over 40? Because they're pretty good. They're pretty big at the moment. Not super big, but, big enough. That's part of the reason I want them as an ally. And that dynastic struggle has really put a damper on me and Malwa's relations, so it's sort of forced my hand on whether or not we're going to be friends. It was an alliance of convenience when we were both hating Vainajar, but now that we're both stronger, the alliance of convenience has totally fallen apart. I better make sure to get my guys off the ships before the ship sinks. Okay, they're not quite there yet even, God. Long trip. Long frickin' trip. And I do actually have a colony already set up, so I don't have to worry about their ship sinking. Oh, and we got an error anyway, and he's not a bad one. That's 9. That's a pretty good setup. Alright. I'm going to really put you back in dock real quick so that you refresh your travel distance. And I'll send you all the way back to the Indonesia, to the main islands. And I'll keep mopping up over here. So it looks like without my help, Malwa might not be performing as well in their war as they would have liked. Who are they up against overall? Bahamas, Bengal, and Juniper. So they're up against a whole coalition of other Muslim states, while they're going for basically dominance of the Muslim states in India. So that seems to be the basic setup here. Fortunately, they do have Delhi in the north supporting them. Not that big a deal. Murder a few more of these guys. Our prestige is starting to look pretty good. We can actually spend it on things again. Meanwhile, we'll continue to build some more temples in the Philippines. Now that we've got it all colonized, I'm just sort of filling it out to ensure that it's getting full value out of it. Still low growth in Sumbawa. That's sort of to be expected. That's part of the reason I put off colonizing those tropical regions for so long. Is it's just so hard to make them grow. Now I think we'll finish sieging out Vainajar. Get our primary goals out of it. You can also keep a look on how Spain and Portugal are potentially coming. They're just not interested in Africa this game. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with them not being super interested in Africa. Do we actually see something over here? It says we see something, but I really don't think we do. Alright, so with any luck, we're going to get gold production out of at least one of these. That's the best roll we can hope for. Come on, man, finish your sieges. You got guys to murder. Wonder if I can build. Yeah, I can build a few more temples. Oh, crap. What did I accept? Bengal has got me into a war with Ayutthaya. This actually works potentially awesome. What's the actual war goal? Take Sahet. Take Sahet. So, alright, who started this war? Who's in charge? I'm in charge. It's Kachari is attacking. Char is attacking Bengal, my ally, while Bengal is being murdered on the other front. Okay. As soon as I... How's the enemy navy look? Weak as hell, so I can basically explore, move my troops around indiscriminately. Excellent. As soon as they finish their siege... Whoa, lots of events popping up. Let's go for the trade efficiency. And we'll go for the administrative power. We still need more of that. We have a mission to take Pegu? We do. Let's add that mission to our list. Since we're technically in charge of this war, we can ensure what we get. And we've won the siege of Mysore, which is not the one I actually wanted to win right away, but oh well. It's not the primary one. Murder some more guys for prestige. We still have plenty of manpower. There's the one I wanted. Load you onto the boat. Do I land? Where do I land? We're technically... Let's move up to here and support Bengal first, since there's where the war goal is. And I don't want the enemy getting ticking war score if I can help it. Screw the poor. We're going to grab some territory. Bam, bam, bam. All of that. And some money, just because. Not going to revoke your cores, you're not irrelevant that way. Ooh, they have treaties with Ayutthaya. I actually want to leave that up, so that they could possibly be used to bring Ayutthaya into wars in the future and get around the Ming alliance. Let's actually core all these for a modest sum. We're going to probably want some additional mercenaries when it comes to fighting Ayutthaya at this rate. Or we're going to want to expand our main army. Alright, let's get in there. Trounce them, since we outnumber them and we have superior cannon support. I think we're just going to need to enlarge our armies to 20 men at this point. It's something that's going to happen. So that means we're going to need... See, we're at 15. So it's going to mean another infantry, 2 cavalry, and 2 artillery. We're also going to need ships to carry all those men. Alright, let's recapture the war goal. Excellent. Now I could send you down south to possibly group up with your new reinforcements. Our cash is strapped, but that's because we just bought a new army. We're still gaining income. All those new temples are paying off. Alright, so Ayutthaya is advancing. Ooh, Delhi's offering us an alliance. I think since they're allied with Bengal, we're worth taking them as ally. Bengal just can't fight in this war. It's the problem. And I need to keep people down here to maintain order. That's really frustrating. Alright, let's wipe out a small... Oh, they're engaging on us. Alright. I'm okay with this. We're in a strong position. We've got terrain and we've got river crossing. See how well that went for you, Ayutthaya? Not well at all. So our goal here is to make the land connection with slaves. Molasses to rum to slaves. 'Tis not morals, 'tis money that saves. Here's exactly why I kept these guys over here. Ooh, it's a freaking good general they got, and they've got a large freaking army. Larger than mine. Good grief. I might have to make. I will definitely end up making peace with those rebels if it's what's necessary. I have bigger priorities right now. Ooh, wow. So I'm going to need to raise a further additional men on. All right, first raise the war taxes, take a loan, and then raise the additional manpower in India as well. See if we can storm this down without catastrophic losses. They were pretty bad, actually. Also didn't realize that their army had gotten back up here so quickly. Alright, send some more reinforcements. We should manage to kill them all. Or at least kill a whole bunch of them. Particularly if they keep rolling nines. I don't think we'll quite hold. Nope. Killed a whole bunch of them, but didn't quite hold. Right, you guys just stop here. We'll regroup. Anything left to build? No. Okay. You're still waiting on reinforcements. The fact that Bengal was basically incapable of providing reinforcements to this war is heavily inconvenient. Let's see, we're also considering hiring mercenaries since our mercenary costs are down. That's part of the reason we grabbed those ideas. How's Nadal coming along? Pretty good. Let's see. So we got Shan. So it's these three guys that are actually in the war. Kachar, Shan, and Ayutthaya. I think we can beat them. As long as I don't push too hard too fast. I have manpower. I can let my men recover. I can recruit some additional arbuskers to cover the gaps. You're still waiting on some more reinforcements, aren't you? Yeah. I think you're going to have to take one of them. Oh wow, he's got a freaking amazing leader. Should have checked that. We'll take the stability loss. Gosh darn it, these are some nasty freaking rebels. Alright, I'm going to peace out one of them. It's the... We'll lose this to... There. I'll have to re-core it, which is really inconvenient. The lost points from cores is the big problem there. Actually going to cancel the core here to reclaim some of the points, since I don't think we'll retake it in time. You're fully strengthened and recovered. You're ready to march to war. It's those rebel leaders, man. Just so strong. So strong. Rolling zeros, not the best way to march to war. Sixes and sevens are better. Nines are ideal. Drive Ayutthaya out of our lands. Taking another loan, fine. We'll pay it back as soon as we can. Yep, like I thought they'd win the siege, but I think we'll just have a numerical advantage and there's enough cannons to bring them down. Let's go retake the war goal and defeat everyone else's army in the process. Centralization, that's good. That's good. We're winning these wars now. I think I'm going to lower our war exhaustion. Nope, it's not that high yet. I just don't want any rebellions if we can help it, or minimize rebellions. And that drives off Shan. Next up is to go after... Alright, Bengal's finally made peace with Malwa. That means we should be able to start organizing a united front here. My goal right now is to wipe out as much of their men as many of their men as I can. We'll detach the mercenaries here to siege the province. we'll pursue their army up this way. Wipe them out. Alright, that looks pretty good. Next, I can swing back south to deal with Ayutthaya again. Situation is gradually coming back under control. Bengal still intact. We're winning the war in the long run, I think. Oh yeah, the only army left they have standing is Ayutthaya's. Retake the war goal. We'll take the goals I have for the war. We'll wipe out their entire army so we can do this basically with impunity. If Shan wants peace, I'll give it to them. I have no interest in that. Mercenary maintenance, sure. Now that seems like a good idea, now that we're having to fight more wars and need the mercenaries. I'll let my manpower tick up once more and then go in after them. Just so I have as close to full strength as I can. I hate losing the prestige, but we're not interested in piety at the moment. Or can we afford the donation? We're fighting a very, very big war here. We can't afford to just throw cash at the poor. How are we doing in India? Alright, that's almost done being taken care of. Uzbek wants an alliance. Not really in my interest. Let's siege them out and then start coring it. No, we don't have the power. Oh, we just grabbed the... Right, we just grabbed the ideas. Alright, that's one thing done. Let's get you on Pegu next. Do we have any... There's no more Ayutthayan army left. I got them all. Okay. I think Bengal can use a hand with those rebels, and I can afford to lend a hand. It's not like they're my rebels. My rebels are the ones that are serious business. Alright. You're also going to get the additional boats up to here. Still not quite done with there yet. I'll have to get a conquistador over there. Start exploring around Africa. Let's see. Wipe out their rebels so they don't have problems going on in their rear while I'm continuing this war for my interests. I wonder if I'll be able to convince them to vassalize. Maybe not immediately, but this should get me really close once I remove the distance malice. We rule as we see fit right now. Screw you peasants trying to cause uprisings during sensitive times like this. Grain and Sambawa, okay. Not great, but that's again, it's one of the ones we're just going to suck it up, particularly because it's tropical. Not going to try to recolonize that. Bringing whatever armies they've recovered to battle. How much does they have here? I can split you and have you actually cover two at the same time. No. I want to select you and then have you go up there. Oh, I didn't quite catch them. Go to the province, not the diplomacy view. Gosh darn it. At least I caught them. Loans are coming due, which is unfortunate. Won the siege of Pegu. Excellent. It's just halfway. I'm gonna siege a Utah. It's probably the highest. No, I'm gonna go. Yeah, highest war score thing that I can easily reach. Oh boy. Alright, things are starting to get back in order. We're still spending a lot on this war, but we're starting to get things in order. Roman Bengal has ended. I think we're going to refresh that. Stability dropped. Regency Council, opposite of excellent. Reduce war exhaustion to keep our revolt risk down, particularly now that we have -2 stability. You know what? Screw sieging EU2. You just bring enemy to battle. Excellent. And if I can make them end their alliance with Ming as well, that would be ideal. Let's take a look at what I can force. Can I get both of these? I get both of these, but I'm not actually negotiating with the UTS, so I can't make them end their alliance with Ming. But I will take the territory. Take Pegu. Excellent. You guys can group up and... well, you're not mercenaries. I thought I hit detach mercenaries at one point. Oh, mercenaries can disband. Everyone can group up in Pegu. We'll begin coring these first. And then we'll start raising stability as soon as we can. Overextension, yes, okay. We'll do the colonized post exploit eventually, but right now we're in sort of a turtle down mode. Alright, we're not going to start a new colony despite Natal being finished, just because we're waiting for things to recover. Whew. But we accomplished our primary goal. We got a land route to Bengal, so we're just a matter of getting just strong enough that they're willing to consider us trade power, I guess. Just strong enough that they're willing to accept a vassalization from us. Might be after we're done absorbing Bainajar, might be after we go after Ayutthaya again. Might be after we just colonize enough. Wow, all these civil wars and stuff that don't matter to us anymore. Just because Europe isn't really coming along. Wow, Munster got huge. Good job, Munster. France isn't doing that hot. Excellent. Oh, Austria is doing pretty good. Castile and Portugal have yet to start making their way around at all. I'm generally pleased. I have such a good control of the region at this point. Only the Ming, because they have had good rulers, are remotely able to challenge me. Ugh, these guys again. At least they don't have a God King this time. I'm gonna re-roll my general, hopefully get something better to take them on. There we go. You should have a general at least, since the king died. We've got good power projection still. Alright. When are we going to start raising our stability? Waiting for the last overextension to go down, I think. Ugh. More rebels. Maybe worth, spending the extra points to raise it early. Yeah, I think just a little bit. Just a little bit worth it. The increased decentralization, I think, is totally worth it right now. The reduced revolt risk is actually a good thing for us at the moment. Even I'd pay 10% of my income for the reduced revolt risk at the moment. We are losing a lot of money. I actually don't need you at the moment. I'm not really converting. Dump you. Place you with somebody cheaper that reduces revolt risk. Alright. Income's still in the shitter. I mean, increased decentralization is certainly helping, but we've got other things that are boosting it. Oh well. We can't afford to reduce our army maintenance right now. Whew, this episode went extra long because I fought wars and got involved in